60 years of broadcasting in this building have produced all kinds of memories we've been sharing with you this week as we celebrate CTV Barrie's Diamond Anniversary.
Not all of those memories are good ones, though. Two tragedies that took place right on our doorstep not only affected staff deeply, but also tested the resilience of our team and the hard work they do each and every day.
Tonight, we want to take you back and share those raw moments with you and explain why they are such significant moments in our station's history.
We often report on tragedies, but two in particular had a lasting impact on our staff.
Well, I just couldn't believe it. I was standing here looking out the window and, well, we heard the crash.
That crash was the sound of a small plane hitting our tower on September 7th, 1977. All 5 people on the plane were killed. The tower came down, and people were still inside the station.
And the next thing, the lights went out, complete black. I headed for the door. I just got out fast.
I just couldn't figure out what had happened. I just thought the tower was down. I didn't even think of a plane crash at first, but then first reaction was just to start shooting film.
Even 38 years later, former station manager Jack Mattingly's tone tells you just how that day affected everyone.
It was a terrible day. It was a terrible day.
It's a day that remains both an awful memory and a defining moment in our history.
Unfortunately, there were lives lost, but our crew was fine.
The network helped CKVR get back on the air in 10 days, but a temporary tower meant a weaker signal at a time when many people didn't have cable, and that meant poor reception. The station pleaded with viewers to bear with them.
Some of you may be experiencing altered reception due to our temporary facilities. Give us a call.
And promised that a solution was in the works.
When our permanent tower is completed, you'll be enjoying our new exciting programs with picture-perfect quality. Thank you for your understanding, and remember, it's time to turn to 3.
But we live in the snow belt, and it was winter. That meant delays.
There have been several unavoidable delays during the construction, most of which can be blamed on the weather.
Like they always did, though, the CKVR team kept working hard. And by spring, a new 1,000-foot tower was in place.
This is a very special day for all of us at CKVR, and we hope for you too, because we're back on top today. This morning at about 6:45, we signed on the air with 100,000 watts from our brand new 1,000-foot tower, and we think that's something to celebrate.
The victory was indeed something to savor. But tragedy would hit again only 7 years later. May 31st, 1985. The series of deadly tornadoes that seemed to come out of nowhere.
I don't think at the time we realized how big of a story this was going to be and how many people were affected.
Photographer Steve Miller, who still works for us today, was the first on scene. His camera captured most of these images.
Roofs off houses. There was fences around cars. There were people, injured. There was horses running around in the field. It was just utterly destruction. And it just took a while to, what happened here?
The tornado that swept through Barrie just missed the CKVR studios.
It was so close to you and myself and the rest of the crew here, and all I can say is that this is an incredible happening.
But our staff was there, on the ground, telling the difficult stories.
Entire houses are snatched from their foundations and hurled into the street. Nearby factories are reduced to piles of rubble.
Stories of people remembering victims and praying for survivors. Stories of people mobilizing to help.
Across the province, in fact across the country, people's hearts go out to the tornado victims.
An effort we shared through this special documentary, Eye of the Storm.
Students converge on the area to help clean up. Inmates from a Toronto correctional center spend 2 weeks clearing away debris.
And soon our station would play a role beyond storyteller. We produced and aired the Heart of Ontario telethon for tornado victims. Station staff who worked there then and who work here now say sharing those stories and then helping the community recover was simply a duty.
And you have to help. There was a lot of people affected, and so we were just doing our job.
2 tragedies, 2 defining moments in the history of our station, 2 events that will forever stand out in our 60 years of memories.
Tomorrow, we'll take a closer look at the many ways our station has reached out to help charities in the community, and this series certainly has been touching people's hearts. People have even been bringing memorabilia to us.
Yes, I want to show you an old piece of CKVR letterhead with the original contact information on it. It says Ralph Snellgrove Television. There's even a watermark in there showing you that it's official bond paper. And below this, I have film reels. These may very well be the oldest surviving recordings of television programs here on CKVR. The daughter of Milt Conway, who was a long-time on-air personality here, brought these into us this morning. We're going to try to have these transferred, and I believe we're going to actually get that done tomorrow so we can eventually show some of them to you. That would be a rare treat. That hasn't been seen in over 50 years, and we'll get them up online so people can take a look at some of those clips as well. And we'd like to invite you to watch CTV News at 6 live on location this Friday as we celebrate our 60th anniversary.
We'll be broadcasting our 6 o'clock news from the Kiwanis Pavilion near the South Shore Centre in Barrie. Bring a chair and layer up. It's supposed to be a little chilly on Friday.
That's right. It's going to be a great event, though, no matter the weather. So come on down and join us Friday near the South Shore Centre in Barrie.